Ligue 1 Montpellier HSC vs Nantes. A prediction, team news, lineups preview. Early strugglers Montpellier HSC welcome Nantes to the Stade de la Mosson for a Ligue 1 clash on Saturday. Michel Zakarian's side were heavily beaten in the capital last weekend and must respond here in a clash against similar-level opposition. Match preview. Montpellier came in for some strong criticism for their performance against champions Paris Saint-Germain last weekend, where they were resoundingly thrashed 6-0 by Luis Enrique's side. While the opposition was undoubtedly the strongest in France, the manner of the defeat was extremely disappointing, as Montpellier were fortunate not to concede double figures on the night. That defeat came a week after an uninspiring start to the season, with a 1-1 draw at home to Strasbourg. And not much has changed in terms of playing personnel, as market activity has been at a premium. For the second time in 3 years, Montpellier have conceded 7 goals in their opening 2 Ligue 1 matches, having never done so in their first 30 top-flight seasons. Therefore, improving on last season's 12th-placed finish could prove difficult if the opening 2 games are anything to go by. But Zakarian did get a tune out of much of the same squad last season to rally late on and steer them clear of trouble. Nantes, however, have proved to be tough opponents in recent years, especially on this ground, and Montpellier have won just one of the last 7 meetings at the Stade de la Mosson. Form in general at home has been a concern for La Paillade, as they have won just 2 of their 9 home league games in 2024. With opponents Nantes the only constant Ligue 1 side to have 1 fewer on their own patch, while Montpellier's backline has been breached far too many times than they would have liked. Nantes are conversely just one of 4 teams still yet to concede a goal after 2 match days in Ligue 1. A 2-0 win at home to Auxerre last weekend continued a fine start which had commenced with a 0-0 draw at Toulouse on the opening day. After a rather turbulent season which only saw Nantes secure safety in the dying weeks of the campaign, manager Antoine Kombouaré, back for a second spell at the club, will look to improve on that 14th-placed finish which saw the club end the season just 4 points above the drop zone. Kombouaré's return in the second half of last season did not have the desired effect, considering he had managed the club in Europe previously, but now with a full pre-season under his belt, fortunes could change for the Canaries this time around. Team news. Montpellier are still yet to add to their squad in this transfer window, so the team could remain largely unchanged despite their 6-0 hammering last week. Defense remains a concern with many first-choice options currently out injured, including Christopher Jullien, Lucas Mincarelli, Isiaga Silla and Theo St. Luce, with Khalil Fayed also absent in midfield. Nantes will be without trio Fabien Sentons, Adel Mohamed and Ignatius Gonago, with all 3 recovering from long-term ACL injuries. A broken ankle will also keep Florent Mollet out. But one player getting over injury torture is Jean-Philippe Bamin, who arrived from Dunkirk on Monday. The defensive midfielder suffered with injury throughout his entire 4-year spell at Everton, but proved his fitness last season, playing 21 times in Ligue 2. Montpellier HSC possible starting lineup: Lecomte, Chateau, Amaragic, Sagnan, Sacco, Cotard, Ferry, Savanier, Kotsri, Adams, Altamari. Nantes possible starting lineup: Lafont, Duverne, Castelletto, Ziz, Amiens, Pedro Chiravella, Douglas Augusto, Thomas, Lepinant, Simon, Adeline. We say, Montpellier HSC 0-1 Nantes. Finding their shooting boots on the road will be important for Nantes, as they have now gone almost 6 hours since their last league goal away from home, which conveniently enough came on this ground back in April. While Nantes have only won one home game in 2024, form on the road has been much better, with 5 wins and 4 draws from 11 games, and paired with Montpellier's poor record at home. The visitors may just have the edge here. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.